Welcome to How Pros Think, my series where I break down high-level gameplay from myself and other pro players so that you can have some insight into exactly what it is a challenger player is thinking at every stage of the game. And hopefully in the process, you can even pick up a thing or two that will help you climb. My name's Rogue and I played League of Legends professionally for 7 years. Now I'm a full-time content creator and coach for all ranks Iron through to Challenger. So if you want more information of what a coaching session with me will look like, you can find more information by following the link in the video description below. Hey everyone, welcome back to another How Pros Think. In this one we've got a game of Jungle Gragas played on my main account, and this game was actually the last game of my Master Promos. I was trying to get that Master tier before end of season rewards, slot myself in there real quick. And so I was 1-1 and I got put in jungle, so I had to do it to them. I had to pick Jungle Gragas, probably my favorite champion jungle of all time, go a bit tryhard. So to start, we've got a red jungle item and a sweeping lens. So my logic with red jungle item was that I don't need the move speed from the blue one and I don't need the health from the green one if the enemy is just dead. And I think with red jungle item against that team comp, yeah, I can one-shot about anyone I look at. And then I have the sweeping lens, which I actually end up using here. I spotted Graves placing a ward, and I actually share the XP with my mid laner. So if you didn't know, if you share the XP from a ward kill with your mid laner or your top laner, they actually get level 2 a minion earlier, so it helps them out quite a bit for lane phase in that rush for level 2. So make sure to share that XP, and I need the sweeping lens anyway, because I'm going to be spam ganking. Here I actually tell my team in chat to back off. I tell them just to go to lane. I don't want to leash from anyone. And I had offers from both top and bot lane, but my logic for this is pretty simple. So in top lane, neither top laner has TP. And the reason that you take a combat summoner in top lane is really to get push level 1. If you lose push and you don't have this and you get chunked out, there's no real way to get a free recall. So I don't really want to force my top laner to leash, and bot lane is a very volatile matchup. Anything that is long range versus long range like this, Karma versus center support, it's really a fistfight level 1. And to deny my bot lane that opportunity for the fistfight is pretty sad, so yet again, I'm going to let them start in lane as well. And here, I was kind of contemplating a 3-camp gank into bot lane. This is really dangerous versus invade junglers like Graves, because the moment he spots me, he will disintegrate my entire top jungle. So very risky. I even don't know where he starts. So you can see, I'm thinking twice about that level 3 gank on bot lane, leaning more towards the rest of my jungle, until I see this. The wave moving forward, the enemy hasn't warded yet, further than here maybe. And I think that this is a pretty free kill. So I end up coming here. And at this moment, I actually thought that this is a pretty free kill. We just saw Karma go into the bush. And what I'm imagining now is center W as I run around the corner. But turns out my center started E level 2. I don't know. So I end up just wasting a bunch of time doing a gank that is the opposite direction of all my camps. But it'd be like that sometimes. And I'm about 10 seconds behind now. And I'm actually beelining to my top jungle because I'm so scared he's in there taking my camps until he shows. And then this kind of ends up as a case of right place, right time. I end up dashing in here, getting a kill. Almost. My Gragas is a bit rusty, guys. It's been a while. My combo's not the cleanest. But it was all just a massive bait. My Nico's smurfing. And we get the kill on Gragas. So now I'm just trying to help her get a wave in to reset. And yeah, Zed tries to kill himself as well. I think even there, if I die to that, it's not even worth. He's going to lose a whole wave as well, so I don't even mind if I die there. But either way, we start the game with 2 kills, and I even got one of them. So instantly I go and recall. Really nice, rather than doing any camps at all. The reason's pretty simple. Graves is coming back with a longsword, and I haven't bought anything yet. And so why would I run around my jungle with 2 kills worth of gold when he could just, if I don't base, he can kill me. But the moment I base, I'm 10 times stronger than him. And this is a very important buy, is Sork Shoes. If you buy early Sork Shoes, it is more damage than buying flat AP for the same gold amount. The amount of damage you do with flat pen early game, which I got this game at level 3, is absurd. And I even have futures market in order to help get it. So right now, I'm feeling pretty good. My plays, yeah, I'm feeling confident. So when I come back topside, that's where all my camps are. Thought about holding the wave, but didn't go in, so I didn't have to. Now I'm actually already making a plan to repeat top. My Yasuo was doing a really good job combing here, And this is a massive freeze that Rumble's going to have to walk up to. So I'm just killing time until this Rumble gets back to lane, but my plan is pretty simple. I will be there waiting for him. Even though Yasuo has died, it provides a massive opportunity. We've got no sums, which was common to me. We've got a completely doomed wave state, and the moment I see Graves bot, even if he was top, I think with my Sork shoes, we definitely win the 2v2 anyway, so I wouldn't be scared going for this gank, even if I thought Graves was topside. I'm just so strong, it doesn't matter. Awesome, but we get the gank in, really nice. And then I go take Graves' Raptors since he showed bot. Really cool. Now, in a moment, you're going to see me go mid, and it's actually for a pretty important reason why. So we're getting towards a timer that I made a pretty famous video about. This is probably one of the first videos on my channel that popped off. We are at 5 minutes 30. This is the cannon wave mid that mid laners will hit level 6 on. Right? And if you notice, my support here is actually really good. My support has also shown up mid for this timer. And right now, there is a massive play which I'm eyeballing. If we look at this bot wave and we see how big this is stacking, this is a very easy dive opportunity. Now, all we have to do is go mid, pick up our mid laner, he'll get level 6, bring him to bot lane, 4-man dive on this wave. And worst case, if we're not feeling it, we just back off and we take dragon. Really easy play marking that transition into the next stage of the game. And so I'm just here to help give prio and make sure my mid laner hits 6 first. But we find the enemy Karma being a little bit crazy with no flash, and we end up in a big old fist fight. And just here, you actually see me int in. I'm completely happy to die here, because I know with all the cooldowns they're going to expend on me, we're definitely going to come out on top. Now, this is how you can tell this is a high-elo game, is the fact that this 3v3 is happening at 5:30. If this is uncontested, this 3v3 and the enemy Karma is just waiting bot lane and Graves is doing camps, we'd be showing up bot lane about now, with 4 people, with all of these minions, with a level 6 versus a level 4. This guy would be very dead, and worst case, we would just take dragon. It's a pretty uncounterable play. The only way to counter this is by going mid and forcing that 3v3, which did not work out very well for the enemy team, apparently. So it's been a long time since I've done camps now. I've been really active. Now, this is one thing that's very important on jungle. Even though I'm ahead in gold, and I had very successful ganks, I'm still behind on XP until I do my camps. It's not about the gold from the camps. It's really about the XP. And there's kind of like an arbitrary timer you can set to yourself as a jungler. 8 minutes is your hard limit, no matter what. If you are not level 6 by 8 minutes, you are trolling. You can go 0-2, you still get level 6 by 8 minutes. If you're past that timer, it's bad. And as a reference, most junglers, if they just full clear and they do nothing, they usually get level 6 at about 7 minutes 20. So this game, I've actually had some pretty good success. And even though I've been spam ganking, I got some kill XP and some things like that. So I actually end up meeting around that 7:20, 7:30 timer for my level 6. Awesome. Now I'm ready to make some fast plays. So I really want to play around strong lanes here. So I only really want to play around top and mid right now. If I go bot and we 3v3, there's actually a chance we lose. And I have pretty good top lanes set up and 2v2s with my mid top and my mid jungle and my top jungle, sorry. So I'm really looking to play around them. Here I actually do something pretty sneaky. So Rumble's trying to push his wave in. I get spotted. Obviously the next thing he's going to do is push this wave and then walk somewhere safe or go ward. So I've just eat over the wall in order to sneak up on him. And we get a pretty nice kill on him here. Really easy combo with my Yasuo. And it leads into a free kill, which I'm happy to donate over. And we take a free Herald for it. Really good. Something very important about this previous sequence that I forgot to mention as well. The enemy actually does dragon here. And I'm completely fine giving it in exchange for farm. By giving dragon here, I actually end up getting level 6 before Graves. Which means that I'm able to go for the first play. Because I gave dragon, I'm the first jungler to top lane. Graves will be somewhere in bot side right now, taking camps, trying to get 6. Yep. And at the moment he's trying to get level 6, I'm already making a gank with my level 6. And that just leads into me getting the first objective, which is Herald, which I, as a player, much prefer Herald to dragon early game. I think there's a lot of plays you can make, especially around mistakes that the enemy makes. A lot of enemy junglers, instead of protecting against the Herald, will try and go make a cross-map play and just trade down massively. So I really try and prioritize that objective. Now, after doing it, I have way too much money for a Herald play. I can't make a play with this much gold, so I just need to look for a recall. So we look for a couple ganks, nothing comes up. Pretty sure in a moment I just concede and, yeah, I burn his flash and then I recall. Cool. Now, this is a pretty big crossroads. We're at 9 minutes in the game. Everyone has their ultimate, and I'm even holding a Herald, and this is why I really like holding Herald. I do not care about farming anymore. The only play I care about is taking a tower with this Herald. There is a massive difference between going and doing my golems and my raptors at level 3 and getting that 200 gold, and doing it now, when the alternative to doing my golems and raptors would be place Herald and take 4 plates. There is much more reward in the game right now. So you'll see that I kind of had this shift where I don't really care about any of my camps anymore. I'm simply looking for the first available play, and I'm really looking in top and mid, because that's where I'm winning. And so you see me instantly start running towards top lane since that play just worked. We got Rumble's flash, and my Yasuo is very strong until this. The moment I see Karma top lane, she is trolling, and I instantly beeline bot. I know that no matter where Graves is, we're going to win. If he counters me bot, Karma's not there, we win. If he goes top and tries to cross map, I have Herald, we win. And so I instantly start spam pinging the tower and beeline bot lane. Now I'm working on a very fast timer here, and you're going to see the micro here. I use everything. E, flash, ult, instantly. Massively overkill for what you would see as a 4v1. But I want you guys to think of the reward here. Not only is this an extremely risky play with the entire enemy team quickly in pursuit, which we need to end quickly, but the result of this play is huge. I have a Herald and I have 4 teammates. If I get this kill, we are taking half a tower. It does not matter what it takes and what I have to expend here. For a play like this, I'm very happy to just blow everything. Now, my plan was never to come to bot. That was the one side of the map that I did not want to play to. It was the only place I could possibly lose. But because I saw Karma top lane, it was kind of a play you could make in the moment, I would say. And so I ended up actually coming here. But on this next sequence, you'll see it's a little bit different. So I cover my bot lane for a bit. I take a couple camps. Yeah, don't need to recall at all. Bit of a tussle, which I come down for. You know, babysit them. Don't know what the kids are doing today, but that's most bot lanes. And my Nico actually comes bot lane disguised as minion here. There he is. So again, I'm happy to play around bot lane here because Nico came. Right? I really just want to play around Yasuo and Nico, but if they come to bot lane, I'm happy to facilitate that play with them. And after that kill, I instantly recall. Yet again, even after all of that, my bot lane's doing well, but not quite as well as my top side of the map. So I still want to be making those plays with them. And this brings us into a clip that you guys might have noticed. This is the same clip from one of my most recent videos. We've got dragon spawning in 30 seconds, and I'm completely ignoring it and running topside. My bot lane's already killed the bot wave, my Yasuo still has a top wave alive, and so the massive priority here is the tower. This dragon is sort of a bait. And so the moment my Yasuo gets this kill and has a wave alive, this Graves is forced to respond. If he goes to topside, I mean, he has to. Otherwise, he's going to lose half a tower. And if he goes to Dragon, he's going to be trading down massively compared to what I get on topside. So I'm happy to just skip everything and just sit in this bush and either wait for Graves to come and counter gank, or just wait for Rumble to come back to lane. And very predictably, the entire enemy team is down here doing Dragon, which is just terrible for them. They're playing this very old style of league where you just worry about objectives and go to it when it spawns, rather than this new style around taking towers and playing fast with minion waves. And as a result of that, this Rumble dies twice, he loses 4 waves, we get a tower, and if we just point out how much gold my Yasuo has, he has 2.3k. That's worth a lot more than a dragon. And you'll see from this point on, he does a very good job at snowballing that lead. Now, I end up doing a little bit of an int here. I don't know, I'm a bit greedy. I walk through mid against a guy 2 levels up on me, and I just completely kill myself. So, I don't know, my mid laner can flame me. I do it sometimes. I've done enough good things this game. And this is honestly what happens for the rest of the game. A lot of my micro and my plays are terrible from this point on. But the sacrifices I've made to get my team ahead, but every single play that I've done, the Herald play bot, and the big play I did top just then, have been with massive reward, even if they're at the sacrifice of my own farm. So my team can carry me. My Yasuo ends up actually coming bot side after getting tower, which leads into a little tussle in their jungle. We get bot tower, so really good job by him translating that lead to the rest of the team. And now you'll notice again, I'm completely neglecting my own jungle when I have the chance and just focusing on the enemy jungle. And this is for a really simple reason. Getting the towers quickly is amazing because it lets you farm the enemy jungle. And when you farm the enemy jungle, you're in a much more aggressive place on the map and can be way more involved in the game. So I don't know what these shenanigans are here. I'm trying to help out, but we're just doing things. I'm vibing with it. And now my Yasuo and my Nico are dead, so I'm just going to vibe out and clear my own jungle now. It's not really a concern to be on the enemy side of the map in an aggressive position, so I'm happy just farming my own jungle, and we're not going to contest that neutral objective anyway with 2 people dead. But okay, now that my teammates are back on the map, and they cross that halfway point of river, again, I instantly run into the enemy jungle so I can farm camps while being in a position where I'm quick to react, quicker than what it would be to react if I was back here doing this camp. Luckily I am, because the moment this TP comes through, I'm in a great position to capitalize. I spam ping it out, I head down here, and we end up cleaning that kill on Zed. Really nice. And then very importantly here, I want to point out something. I pushed this wave into tower. Now this is something that you shouldn't have to do a lot at jungle, but pushing waves into tower is really important. If this wave goes into tower, not only does the enemy lose this entire wave, but it will begin a slow push. And I want to fast forward through the next 2 minutes and show you how much farm the enemy loses in this lane, because no one comes here. That's one wave. That's a second wave. That's a third wave. That's a fourth wave. That's a fifth wave. And in a perfect world right now, we would have a teammate arrive bot and catch this. And just by crashing that wave into tower, we gain about a 300 or a 400 gold lead just in minions, because crashing the wave into tower begins this slow push, which we can catch back at our tower later and prepare a ton of farm for my side laners. Now, Yasuo does end up coming here and picking up the back bits, but he's a tad late. So anyway, after pushing that wave into tower, I come back to base, and Dragon is up in 17 seconds. Okay, we gotta go. We've given the first 2 in order to get this massive gold lead that we have, which is really nice. Now it's time to make the enemy stop getting dragons, because there's a limit on how many objectives you can give, and you'll see in this fight, I do not play it well. My idea here was just to take all this guy's health and put him out of the fight completely, but my hands literally fell off. Don't know what I'm doing. So, not great, but at least I'm absorbing 2 ults. I absorb Rumble ult and Zed ult, so that's good enough. And then Zed even just suicides to kill me, so my hands completely fell off this team fight, guys. But I've gotten my team far enough ahead, and I've absorbed enough ults. I think, given everything I've done in the early game, I'm allowed to make some mistakes and have old man hands. And anyway, for the rest of this game, my team just carries me. I end up shooting half my skill shots sideways, but the gold lead I got them is so much that they don't even need a jungler to get the objectives. And if you just look at the timeline from this point onwards, the enemy does not get a single objective again. Prioritizing that gold over anything else is pretty much what won us this game. League is a really complex game, and if you want to continue to learn how it works at a pro level in a way that will help you win more no matter your rank, then subscribe to my channel. And if you want to support me, the best way you can do this is to leave a comment and a like to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks for watching.